This is also going to be a fairly elementary presentation. It's really geared towards people who have never done electronics projects before, and it's a great first project. I built this in about 15 minutes, and I've had so many people ask me, "Oh wow, that's so cool, how'd you do it?" I figured I'd just do it 5 minutes of fame on it. Okay. First starts with a parts list, and these are all things that you can pick up yourself. I got this in Tap Plastics. It's just an acrylic rod. They have a bin of them, and they also have end caps for them. They have both plastic and rubber end caps. And I bought a bag of LEDs off eBay, and they always ship with resistors, free resistors. So I used that, and I used a whole lot of tape. You notice on my list of things, solder's optional. You think of electronics projects, you need solder? No, you don't. So anyway, the first step is to drill a hole, because an LED, we don't want to shine the light on the staff, we want to shine the light through the staff. And so I drilled a hole in one end of it. The next thing we need to do, the electronics part. Basically, I just twisted together a resistor in one of the ends of the LED. And some LEDs are kind of finicky. You have to figure out which way is positive and negative, or else you'll blow it up. This one is not so finicky, and I like that because I don't really have to pay attention that closely. Then I went and got the plastic end cap. It's kind of rigid, which is kind of nice. So I slide the LED that I twisted into the hole, and then I cut holes in the end cap for these little things to poke through. And this is the trickiest part, is getting the LED lead through the end cap. That's the trickiest part of this thing. Of course, my resistors it's a really cheap resistor, and they tend to bend easily, which makes it tricky to get through here. Okay. So, I have the end cap on. The end cap does three things, actually. First of all, it keeps the leads separated so they don't short. Second of all, it provides protection for your LED and your resistor. And third of all, this is something that's not really obvious, it hides the LED, so that when the LEDs shine out light through the sides, it's not going straight out, it kind of hides it. Okay, now then you gotta come up with the batteries. I went down to the dollar store, and for $1 got this sheet of batteries, that really small, smaller than the flat watch batteries. And I roll them up in a roll so that I can just connect it up directly to the light stuff. You want to kill that light? And there you have your light stuff. Okay, I'm just holding this on right now. You can use tape. I use quite a bit of tape with this, and basically just tape it on. Go ahead and get the light. So some finishing touches you might want to do for this. One of the things with acrylic is it doesn't shine outwards unless you make the surface uneven. I went out foraging for sandpaper, and all I could get is this really rough, harsh grit sandpaper. So I took it and I just tried to make interesting patterns. And people wound up telling me, oh, it makes it look like it's filled with water with all those scratches on it. So the scratches actually, the more you abrade it, the more it glows. And you need to be careful with this, because what winds up happening is if you abrade it too much near the top, then the glow will stop some way down before it actually reaches the end. So I have reached the end. And that's that. Any questions?